Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Run with Andri. In this today tutorial, we will try to implement the outline rectangles. In my previous video, we had learned how to implement the perfect rectangles. That's really easy. Now we are moving forward to something more challenging, right? So as you could see in your screens, that perfect rectangle doesn't require any kinds of selections, right? But starting from the outline rectangles, you need to have the selections, right? So that's how your logic will be used. Yeah, so let's start. So in order to create the rectangles, you still need two looping for, one looping for printing the asterisk along your row, and another looping to print your asterisk along your columns, right? Something like that. So let's see. Let's just copy paste this one and do like this. Okay, so you have your two loopings, right? The first loop is looping for your row, and your inner loop is looping through your columns, right? So for the outline rectangles, as you could see in my concepts, in the concept video, you could see how do I explain in details, right? So we need to have so the outline. So I will start the outline starting from the row first, right? So if I have my row equals to 0, right, then I need to print the asterisk or the stars. Right, then still after I finish, then I need to print the \n, something like this. So let's see if this could print something in your console. So 5. Okay, so your outline rectangle, it prints perfectly for the first line of your border, the upper border, right? So let's print the bottom line of your border. So this is I equals to 0 because your row starting from 0, then you need to print all the stars, then you should add more. So we use OR, right? And I equals to height, because your index starting from 0, then you need to have -1. Okay, then let's try again. The height, oh sorry, because you are doing the comparison, then you need to have double equals. Okay, let's run it again. Let's input 5 and 5. Okay, it works, right? You have your upper border and the bottom border already. That's for your row. Then the next step, we need to draw the asterisk for the left, from the most left of your columns, right, and your most right of your columns, right? So it means you need another selection. Yeah, you need another selections. So let's start else if j is the same, j equals to 0. Let's do it one by one, then you could see better, right? So I will try to implement this. Okay, let's run it and see what happened. So 5 and 5. Okay, so it works perfectly. So you have your most left for your columns. Now we need to have our most right of our columns, right? So you know how to create your most right of your columns. Then just add or j equals width minus 1. So let's see what happened. Try to run it by hit F11, then input any numbers, but for me I will input 5 5. So you see, for our outline rectangles, our most left is perfect, but our most right is not in a good shape of rectangles, you could say. So basically, what happened? Do we miss something in here? Do we miss something in our code? Basically, I could say all of our logic is perfect, right? So you need one more, how to say? You need one more extra else here, right? So if you are not in these situations, right? So it means whenever your j is not equals, to 0, or whenever your j is not equals to width minus 1, then you need to print space. Only empty space, something like this, right? And try to hit F11 again. Then let's input 5 and 5. Yeah, that's perfect, right? You see? So whenever your j is not equals to 0, or whenever your j is not equals to width minus 1, then you need to print space. So that's why you could see clearly a beautiful outline rectangles. Yeah, that's how we make the outline rectangles. Okay, so if you are still confusing the idea to get the outline rectangles, please do check my previous video, the outline rectangles for the theory side. Okay, then afterwards, after you read all the theory side, then you could come back again in the code side. Okay, I think that's all for this tutorial. I hope you enjoy my tutorials. Until then, and see you in the next video.